Here at the Owl's Head Transportation Museum, there is a wide array of vehicles on display. Today, we're taking a closer look at some of the oldest automobiles in our collection. These early cars may look very different from what we drive today, but each one represents an important step in the early era of how transportation developed. First up is this Renault AI Racer. In 1906, a Renault race car shocked the world when driver Ferenc Szész won the very first Grand Prix of the Auto Club of France. The car was powerful, fast, and unlike anything most people had seen before. One person who took notice was American racing pioneer William K. Vanderbilt. He was so impressed that he convinced Renault to build a smaller, more affordable version of that winning race car. In 1907, Renault built at least 10 AI racers with a 35 to 45 horsepower motor. Only 5 are known to still exist today. This particular Renault has a mysterious past. For many years, no one knew where it had been until it suddenly appeared in 1951 at the now-defunct Long Island Automotive Museum, left there anonymously. It sat untouched for decades until the 1970s, when an engineer named Ledyard Fund agreed to restore it. He carefully documented every step of the restoration, working on the car until his death in 1991. After years on display in Florida, the Renault was gifted to the Owl's Head Transportation Museum in 1994. In 2018, after a long time as a static exhibit, it was finally returned to running condition, bringing this early racing machine back to life. Next, we come to the Mercedes Simplex. In the early 1900s, most automobiles were difficult and uncomfortable to drive. To emphasize how user-friendly their car was, Mercedes added the word simplex to its name, suggesting simplicity and ease of use. At the time, many cars placed passengers in front of the engine and sat high off the ground like horse-drawn carriages. This caused engines to overheat easily and made rides bumpy and unstable. Mercedes designers changed that. They placed the engine in front of the passengers so moving air could cool it more effectively. They also lowered the car closer to the ground, creating a smoother and more controlled ride. These design choices are still used in modern cars today. When the Mercedes Simplex was imported to the United States in 1904, it was the best-selling foreign car in the country. Next, let's take a look at this 1902 Oldsmobile. In the 1880s, Ransom Eli Olds began experimenting with motor cars while working in his family's foundry and machine shop in Lansing, Michigan. By 1897, he left the family business to focus on building automobiles full-time. Olds would go on to create America's first factory devoted entirely to automobile production and is often credited as the first U.S. manufacturer to mass-produce cars using an assembly line. Before finding success, Olds tested steam, electric, and gasoline-powered vehicles. According to popular accounts, he shifted his focus to gasoline in 1901 after a fire destroyed the Olds Motor Works factory and nearly every vehicle inside, except for a single gas-powered Model R. From that surviving design, the company rebuilt and quickly produced 425 cars. In just 4 years, Olds manufactured more than 12,000 Model Rs, better known as the Curved Dash Oldsmobile. In 1901, one of the early models was driven from Detroit to New York, proving the car's reliability. 2 years later, the Curved Dash became the first light automobile to complete a transcontinental journey, traveling 4,800 miles from San Francisco to Portland, Maine in 73 days. When new, the 2-passenger Curved Dash runabout sold for $650, making automobile ownership more accessible and helping set the stage for the future of mass-produced cars in America. Finally, let's travel even further back in time to the Bollée Voiturette. In the late 1800s, the Bollée family in France was deeply interested in mechanical transportation. While Amédée Bollée focused on steam-powered vehicles, his son Léon Bollée took a different path, working with internal combustion engines. In 1895, Léon Bollée patented the Voiturette, a small 3-wheeled vehicle powered by a single-cylinder engine. That same year, he entered it into the Paris-Bordeaux-Paris race, sometimes considered the first automobile race. Although he didn't win, Bollée completed the entire 732-mile route, something only a few competitors managed to do. The Voiturette became popular because it was lightweight, fast, and easier to handle than many other vehicles of the time. It found success in both France and England and helped prove that gasoline-powered cars were practical in a time of steam-powered engines. By the early 1900s, Bollée's designs began to look more like the cars we recognize today, with 4 wheels, a steering wheel, and the driver seated in the front. Together, these vehicles represent turning points in automotive history, from racing innovation to everyday usability. You can see them up close here at the Owl's Head Transportation Museum, where preserving and operating historic transportation helps bring history to life.